Let's just get it over with.
Concord, yeah. Have you guys seen the player counts for that on Steam?
No, but I know it's extremely low.
Have you seen it, John?
I haven't cared since I found out it was a hero shooter.
Oh, I know. But it's been in the news. That's why I didn't know.
I haven't, like, if I see the word, I haven't looked any further into it because I got so mad after that trailer.
So I know for Steam, I saw like the max concurrent player count was like 2,300. And I think the live count that I saw was like 1,200 players earlier, 1,300 players. I mean, that's bad. Like, this game's in trouble. I did download the open beta on PlayStation, and I played 3 rounds. So, going into it, I remember all like the news from the closed beta. It's like, oh, the gameplay feels good. There's not enough for the game to stand out. Why would you play this when you can play Overwatch or Paladins or whatever? I don't think the gameplay felt that great. And I know I fucking suck. I'm not gonna say it. It's like, oh, this guy just sucks. That's why he's saying that. No, I mean, I admit I suck. I just don't think the gameplay felt good. One random thing that really irked me, and I saw some other people that said that this is one of the most egregious things about this game. There's no way that for me to try fucking characters. Like, there's no like training mode or whatever. Like for this open beta, so I'm going in here and
blind,
dude, completely. I picked like this big, like the big orange robot dude, like
the Dustbuster.
Yeah, one off. Didn't know what the hell this thing was. I get in there, I have a vacuum cleaner as a weapon.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But
you're cleaning the streets,
basically. No, I mean there was a couple characters that I kind of started to get a little bit of a vibe with, like Star Child. That's like the big Drax looking buff dude on the cover. I started to get a little bit of a vibe with him going, as well as like the main dude on the cover, like the lizard looking guy, Linux, whatever. Started to get a little bit of a vibe with him going, but I don't think the gameplay was like that outstanding. I genuinely don't. I mean, it was like, this is fine. It's not terrible, but it's like, this is fine. This is a game, I guess. Which me feeling that way tells me this game's going to absolutely go nuclear and bomb. Because, like, again, it's like if it was free to play, I think it'd have a chance to survive. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why would you play this at a $40 price tag when you can play like Overwatch, even though that's a shit show, but it's still free to play.
Yeah.
It's Overwatch, it's established. Yeah, it's like, you have Marvel Rivals coming out that's going to be free to play. It's like, why would I spend $40 on this?
I mean, Overwatch 2 got some stuff. Apparently, Juno's really good.
I did see that. Also, I got the Transformers collab coming.
Yep.
So shout out to that. But I will say with the whole like, it's a hero shooter thing, John. Man, this game really just I just feel like this game wanted to be a single player experience. Like, because right when you start off the game, you're immediately into like cutscene sequences, getting to meet the characters and kind of their dreams, and it's kind of lengthy. It's like about 5 to 6 minutes worth.
Damn.
And I'm just like, I'm just really getting the vibe that like this. They wanted this to, be a single player experience, and here we are. You know what I mean?
The trailer that they released for the game before we saw anything on it, before we saw like any gameplay or before they told us what it was going to be.
It very much seemed like some single-player adventure game.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be an adventure game, and I was really excited. And then immediately my hopes were dashed.
Right.
But it's like, I mean, I'm not surprised because, I mean, there's a ton of hero shooters out there. There's probably like 5 like free to play hero shooter games that also have other game modes that I've played in the last year that are probably better than it.
Right.
That average the same player counts that they're having right now in their open beta or closed beta, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the reason I was irritated when they announced it.
I'll tell you this as well. Like, I think overall best case scenario for this game would have been a single player narrative experience. All right, that's obviously best case scenario from the universe, the characters, and everything. But if you wanted to really lean into a PvP thing, right? I was thinking about when I was playing earlier that I understand, to my knowledge, they're going to be adding PvE content. But I feel like that should have been the lean in. I think this game could have potentially succeeded almost like in a Destiny sort of element where you have that story mode. You have that PvE element, where you can play with a couple friends with, the whatever the name of the group is, and go through the story, experience it, whatever, but then also still have your PvP hero shooter element. which I know Destiny's not a hero shooter, but you get my point. Like you can coexist with both, where the focus is on the story and not it just being a PvP hero shooter. Because in my opinion, seeing how they're going about this game and just the vibe that, from doing the gameplay, the obvious focus is that, hey, we're a hero shooter, but hey, we're gonna have like videos about the characters you can watch here on the home screen. So go do that too. It's like no one's gonna do that. No one gives a shit. But it leaning so hard into the PvP element, I just don't think anyone's gonna care. Not for a $40 price tag. Not when the gameplay feels like it did. I mean, it felt fine. It felt okay. But for it being, again, something coming into a genre that's oversaturated, has established, games that, while love them or hate them, they play well. Overwatch plays well, as much as that game pisses me off, and it's been a shit show from a development side, and then come in at a $40 price tag. You know what I mean? Like, if this would have been free to play, it could stand it. It would have a chance at survival. I don't think this game has a single chance.
It's not even like when hero shooters get brought up, everybody wants to mention like Overwatch or like Paladin. They want to mention things like those games. It's not even those. Like I said, there's 24 random free to play hero shooters on Steam. A new one comes out every 3 months or so. They're all decent. They're not bad, but it's just they're there. It's like everybody. It's like people hop between these games when they come out to try them for a little bit, then they go back to whichever one they found the most fun. Nobody wants to pay $40 for this.
No.
Also, you don't make a PvP hero shooter and then try to make PvE content around it. If you want to do something like that, make your PvE content and then make a PvP mode around it.
That's exactly what I'm pitching.
Yeah,
That's
I know, but it's
done.
like if you try to go backwards
Yeah.
and make the PvP and then try to figure out PvE to go around it, it never works.
Like, I think if it would have been a PvE focused game and they still wanted to do an open beta, I think that's fine. You could have done like 1 or 2 missions, whatever, to do PvE and try the game and play the characters, whatever. Instead, you just have like this thing, hey, it's PvP, go try it out, go play it.
Well, the other thing is, like, you want to make a game like this and have a PvP mode and an open beta for it. You know what you do? It's like you give them a mission or 2 to play, and then just give them a wave-based horde mode to fight against random enemies. Doesn't matter if that's part of the game or not. Just give them something to do to play with the abilities.
Right.
I don't know.
This game is a straight up disaster. Like, I'm not saying it's a horribly built game. It's just like, it's just me seeing the writing on the wall. This game is going to aggressively flop, especially if Sony is determined and it's launching next month. That's what's wild. It's launching next month.
It's just got a lot of red flags and just a time and point where people are oversaturated with hero shooters.
Yeah.
There's like a couple other big name hero shooters that it's going to be competing against. It almost seems to me similar to Battleborn and Overwatch when Overwatch originally came out with Battleborn, because both got highly compared to each other. They were actually fairly different games, but just because of the timing and everything, Battleborn got absolutely snuffed, and Overwatch was the huge success that it became, and absolutely killed Battleborn. But I feel like Concord's at sort of a worse point, just because we're at a point where people are over hero shooters, and it just happens to be coming out in information at the same time as another hero shooter, Marvel Rivals, which is actually something that looks
really fun
and intriguing for people.
Yeah.
Even with its oversaturation in the hero shooters and sort of fatigue from hero related stuff.
Right. You couldn't have said it better myself. That's 100% correct.
Also, I just want to point out, I do acknowledge that I am probably in the minority of people who are just completely fucking done with hero shooters.
Yeah, I get
People still love them. They look forward to them. It's like part of the argument is, there's other really good ones that are going to be free coming out. I'm just done with them.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
I'm done when
you're done with them like you're done with remakes.
Yeah. When I see hero shooters, I lose interest. Eventually, I will probably end up trying some of these games. Not anytime soon.
Right. I'm excited for Marvel Rivals though. Hopefully, I have a beta code coming my way. I'm excited for that. That beta code, closed beta in just a few days. So hopefully, get a chance to play it. Really excited for that one. I have a feeling I am not going to be a good Spider-Man player, and that breaks my heart. I've seen the gameplay for it. I'm like, I think I'm going to be way too bad for that.
Just play Venom then.
Probably going to play a lot of Venom. Venom is my style of character in those kind of games. I love me some bruisers, baby. So, Concord looks like a shit show. Good luck, Sony.